on the thermometer if the markings have been disappeared. So how to make the markings here? First of all, here take some pieces of ice in a beaker or in a container. We are going to take pieces of ice and put that thermometer whose markings have been disappeared here. For example, if this is the glass bulb, it is coming in contact here. You will observe that mercury level will not move. Okay, that level will be considered as 0 degrees Celsius. So the point at which ice melts is called as melting point. We are taking ice of plain water, so that means melting point of water is 0 degrees Celsius. What is the melting point of water? That is 0 degrees Celsius. The point at which a substance can melt is called as melting point of that substance. Now ice, we have taken ice is made up of water, so the melting point of water is 0 degrees Celsius. We got one fixed point. Now what you have to do, you have to get one more fixed point. So to get that one more fixed point, we have to take the beaker. Okay, so to get one more fixed point, what you have to do, take a beaker, okay, and now take some water into the beaker. You have to take normal water into the beaker. Now put this beaker into a container. This container is kept on the stove or on an induction cook. We can put this, and what you have to do, that means you have to heat the water. Take water in this also. So what happens when this first water will increase, when it will become hot, this beaker will become hot. Then that heat energy will be transferred to the water present here. So now what you have to do in this, you have to immerse a thermometer. You have to immerse a thermometer which contains mercury. We got one point, that is 0 degrees Celsius. To get other point, we are doing this. Directly we are not immersing it in the hot boiling water. We are using beaker. We are heating the water. So you will observe that up to some extent this mercury will expand. After that this mercury cannot rise up. So this point will be 100 degrees Celsius. So this is called as boiling point. So melting point is what, at the point which any substance melt is called as melting point. So here we have taken water, so the melting point of water is 0 degrees Celsius. In the same way here, when any liquid starts boiling, that will be called as boiling point. So you will observe that how, I'll give you example. In your day-to-day life, you'll put water for taking bath, right? When you put, you'll see bubbles, it will start boiling. No, first water will become warm. That means slowly the water is becoming hot. The temperature of water will increase, and when the bubbles will come, at that time the temperature of the water will be 100 degrees Celsius. That is what boiling. At that time the water will be boiling. So boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. Melting point is 0 degrees Celsius, and the boiling point is 100 degrees Celsius. So the water, when it will start boiling, what is the temperature of water? 100 degrees Celsius. Now we got two fixed points. Now here we got two fixed points, that is what melting point and boiling point. So for here is a melting point, here is a boiling point in this scale. So what you have to do, you have to mark this 0, this is 100. Now divide in between, you have to divide 100 equal parts. You have to divide it into 100 equal parts. Each one part will indicate as 1 degree Celsius. And further, this again, like in this further, you have to divide that small line will indicate as 0.1 degrees Celsius. Like in your meter scale, you'll be having, in centimeter scale, you'll be having centimeters, in between centimeter, you'll be having millimeter. In the same way, in this Celsius scale, one long line will indicate 1 degree Celsius and a smaller line will indicate 0.1 degree Celsius. In this way, you have to get the markings on the thermometer. So here, I said this scale. Which scale is this? Celsius scale. As I said, thermometer contains two scales. Generally, what those scales are called as? Scales of temperature. What are those two scales? One is Celsius scale, other one is Fahrenheit scale. So Celsius scale, on either sides of the thermometer you can find the scale. One scale will be starting from 35 and ending at 45 degrees Celsius. Another scale will start from 95 and end at 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, this is Celsius, this is Fahrenheit. There are two scales present on the thermometer. One scale is Celsius scale, which starts from 35 degrees and ends at 45 degrees Celsius. Other scale is Fahrenheit scale, which will start from 95 degrees and end at 110 degrees Fahrenheit. So Celsius, the scientist Celsius has invented this scale. So in honor to honor him, we have used his name as itself for the degree as the unit of this scale. In the same way, here this scale is also invented by the scientist Fahrenheit. So as we want to give honor to him, we have used his name as the unit. Okay, for this scales, Celsius scale and Fahrenheit scale. Remember this markings. If the scale is starting from 35 and ending at 45, it is Celsius scale. And here it is 95 and 110, it is Fahrenheit scale. What is the normal body temperature? 37 degrees Celsius. If I say simply 37, will you understand about what you are talking? No, you can't understand. That means these units are important. Whenever someone asks you what is a normal body temperature, then what you have to say? A normal body temperature is 37 degrees Celsius, and in Fahrenheit how much it is? 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit. So here also these units are important. Now this you understood about the thermometer. Heat is a form of energy and temperature is the unit of heat. Temperature is the degree of hotness or coolness of an object. When we started this lesson, I took one example, right? What is that example? We have done a simple activity. We have taken 3 beakers and we have immersed our fingers. There, if you consider, you remember 3 beakers, 1 beaker contains hot water. I am drawing a rough diagram, students. You should use your scale pencil to draw any kind of diagram. It should be neat and proper. So here we have, if you remember, we have taken this first one. I have taken cold water, then lukewarm water, then hot water, or maybe it is interchanged. So here you remember this cold water, lukewarm water and hot water. So for example, if the normal temperature of this water is 25 degrees Celsius, so this is cold water. That means the temperature of this cold water is less than 25 degrees Celsius. Less than 25 degrees Celsius. Here it is hot water. That means the temperature of this water is more than 25 degrees Celsius. Okay. This is how we can decide whether the object is hot or cold. By simply touching, we cannot say the temperature. We must use the instruments like thermometers to know the temperature. Now this was about the clinical thermometer and all the markings. I said we have got melting point and boiling point of water. Melting point of water is 0 degrees Celsius. Boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. How we got this? By using clinical thermometer. How we got this? By using clinical thermometer, we can't say, right? So there is one more thermometer called as laboratory thermometer. Laboratory thermometer is used for measuring the boiling points and melting points of different kinds of liquids or different kinds of chemical substances used in the laboratory. So it is similar like the structure. If you see the thermometer, laboratory thermometer is same as clinical thermometer, but there is a small difference there. I can say a huge difference here. That is what here in in clinical thermometer kink is present, but whereas in laboratory thermometer kink is absent. And the scale which is present on this laboratory thermometer is only one scale, that is Fahrenheit scale. And here it will this Fahrenheit scale is present on which thermometer? Laboratory thermometer. And here by using this thermometer you can record the temperatures whose temperatures are greater than 100 degrees Celsius also. How to measure or how to note down the readings of laboratory thermometer? What you have to do, you have to take a beaker and for example, if I have taken some liquid like let us take hot water itself. Hot water whose temperature, it is boiling hot water. Okay, I have put this laboratory thermometer into this. Okay, I have a laboratory thermometer. I am going to immerse into this water. Students, you see my drawings aren't coming good, but it doesn't mean you should not draw good. You should use scale pencil and draw these diagrams wherever are required. So, for example, if I put this laboratory thermometer here, then you'll observe that the liquid present in this will expand. And here, whenever we are keeping this thermometer, here itself you have to note down. You have to put like this, and you should not move that thermometer. For example, if it is 100, if it is 100, then you have to note down with other hand like this, you have to note down 100 degrees Celsius. And remember that this thermometer should not touch the bottom or the sides of the container. This was about laboratory thermometer. So let us do the simple activity, that is what usage of laboratory. So we are going to do an activity to see how laboratory thermometer can be used. For that you need to take, you should have a laboratory thermometer, and you have to take a beaker full of water. Okay, we are going to take normal water into the beaker, tap water you can take, and immerse this laboratory thermometer into the beaker. So if you insert it like this, okay, we have a laboratory thermometer. So here is the thermometer which I have drawn. Thermometer is coming in contact with the water. As I said here, always the liquid are the thing which should be measured by using thermometer. Bulb should be in contact with that. So now water is in contact with this thermometer. You will observe that the level of water will increase, and that level is nothing but the normal temperature of this water. And here, whenever you are using thermometer, this clinical thermometer, you should be careful. This thermometer should not touch the bottom or the sides of it. It should be exactly in the center, hanging like this. Now it does not have key. So here only, for example, if it is 99 degrees Fahrenheit, so what you have to do? You have to note down normal temperature like this. You have to hold and note down 99 degrees Fahrenheit. If you move, then the liquid present in this will move and the temperature may go wrong. This is how we have to use laboratory thermometer. Let us recall all those things what we have started here. Heat is a form of energy, and temperature is the degree of hotness or coolness of an object. So heat and temperature are completely different. So to know that, we have done different activities, and then we have learned about thermometers. First thermometer was invented by Galileo in the year 1593 AD. He used air as a thermometric substance. But later on, other scientists have corrected that they have used liquids in them. So these thermometers are based on the principle that what matter expands on heating. Matter, it can be any of this. So first thermometer, Galileo used air, which was a gas, and now we are using liquids, that is mercury and alcohol in the thermometers. Thermometer is a device used for measuring the temperatures. So clinical thermometer, digital thermistor and thermometers are used for measuring the temperature of human body. 37 degrees Celsius and 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit is the normal temperature of human body. If the temperature is more than normal, more than 37 and 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit, that means you are suffering with fever. Next one, coming to the thermometer. Thermometer has a kink which prevents the mercury to fall on its own. And we have learnt about the mercury and alcohol. We have seen if markings are lost or disappeared, what you have to do. Here you have to get two fixed points, melting point and the boiling point. Then you have learnt about two scales. Then we have learnt about laboratory thermometer. Laboratory thermometer is used in laboratories to know the melting and boiling points of different materials used in the laboratory. And here I would like to say the differences between clinical thermometer and the laboratory thermometer. Clinical thermometer has a kink, whereas laboratory thermometer does not have kink. Clinical thermometer has two scales, that is Celsius scale and Fahrenheit scale, but whereas laboratory thermometer has only one scale, that is nothing but the Fahrenheit scale. Okay, these are the main differences in the clinical thermometer and the laboratory thermometer. We got one more thermometer here, that is MMT, that we'll be learning in the next chapter. Next, so students, go through this chapter properly. Okay, listen to the videos thoroughly and carefully, and as you know, after every 2 lessons or 3 lessons, I am going to conduct the test. So before, so you'll be having test of this lesson also. Maybe I'll be giving combining motion and time and this heat measurement lesson, combining and giving you the question paper. So read well, stay at home, don't go out of the home, find out all this and learn the lessons properly.